Episode of Fishing with Flair. Today I have the video that a lot of you guys have been wanting, and this is the video of my boat. I'll start from the front and work to the back. So we'll come up here, and here I usually have a Hummingbird. I think it's a 398 down imaging, side imaging depth finder here. I'm not sure where it's at. I think it's in my garage or something. That's usually mounted here. Trolling motor. This is a 65-pound thrust, all-terrain Minn Kota. You can see I have the transducer mounted up here. I just have, of course, this little whatever crank to keep it here. This is a homemade trailer. I bought this from one of my dad's friends, and they made the trailer, built the deck on it. I lay my rods facing this way, so tips over there, reels over here, and I strap them in with this. I can usually get about 5 or 6 reels and rods laid across here. I built this hatching last year. Kind of looks like crap because I'm planning on recarpeting it, and I just don't really care what it looks like right now. So I have a duct tape handle, of course, and then here I just have some tackle in it. This is basically the tackle I'll take all the time. I might organize it a little bit more. I have my hook box, terminal tackle stuff in there. I have my deep crankbaits and jerk baits in there. Square bills and lipless crankbaits in there. This box is strictly chatterbaits, spinner baits and buzz baits. All top water lures, spooks, poppers, frogs, and jigs. This thing is just stacked full of new tech jigs. And then here I have a box of Gambler plastics. Entire thing is just filled straight with Gambler, nothing but. This is my go-to Gambler stuff that I use all the time. And then here, this is just all my extra stuff. I have a lot of Gambler over here, some Power Team over here, and then some mixed stuff, stuff that no other company makes, like these War Mouths. No one else makes these. There's some good bed fishing baits. Just some, some go-to baits, but for the most part, I'll stick with Gambler, Power Team, and tournament situation. If something comes tough, I might have to pick something else out. I have 2 Ziplocs in here. It's full of skirts. This one has all the skirts, and that has some dip and dye that's wrapped in paper towel. I just don't want it to get everywhere. I had one explode on me last week in my car. And here I have just some extra stuff, like line and lure, a lure retriever, some Mendit, a hook file, a line stripper, the bait button, some rattles, some reel grease, a Sharpie, some extra blades, and some jig rattles. Just some little miscellaneous stuff. And I went to Bass Pro and got these carriers. I have 2 of them, so I can load up this carrier and drop it straight down in the hatch. And I have 2 of them, one for soft plastics, one for this. And back up in here, see if we can get down here. This just has a life jacket. There's a sponge here to mop up some water when it gets wet. A throwable. There's like 2 or 3 life jackets in there. My cover for the boat is stuffed way back up in there. It goes all the way back to the other end. Move this way. Got the oar. Obviously have to. I have a GoPro mount back here that I don't use that often because it's kind of far away. If I'm back there, I have to come over here to start it and stop it and stuff like that. So I just don't like to mess with it. Here, I just have a little bit of rope tied off. If I'm by myself and it's windy and I need to keep the back end up against the dock, I can do that. Here, this looks like a pile of crap because I'm getting a new one. This was particle board, and I had plywood before, but it flew off going down the interstate. And under here are 2 batteries and an anchor. So I have a battery here, an anchor in the middle, and a battery there. So there's a lot of weight back here, and this keeps the thieves away. This lock here, and of course you see it's kind of all swelled up and beating the crap. But like I said, I don't care what my boat looks like now. Maybe this fall I might redo it and make it a little nicer, but to be honest, as long as I'm catching fish, it doesn't really matter. So that's it. You guys can just kind of take a walk around. It's a Tracker Topper 1432. I wish I had a 36. It's relatively thin, so it's kind of like a kayak or canoe. It's not stable, but I can fit 3 people on here fairly comfortably without a problem. And you can just take a walk around. And this is my tow vehicle. I might make a video of this at some point. But that's it. Thanks for watching.